It is the week of one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao going at it this weekend in Las Vegas. And there's been a lot made about the amount of money being made, all the promotional agreements that have to go into making this fight, but not a lot is being said about what's going to happen in here, inside the boxing ring. So we're here at the Head Rush Training Center here in Toronto with my man Ryan Grand, one of the top trainers in Canadian boxing. We're going to show you just how Floyd Mayweather gets it done here in the squared circle. All right, so when we think about Floyd Mayweather, obviously we think about his defense. When you think about his defense, you think about the shoulder roll. RG, how do you do it correctly? Let's go through the basics of the shoulder roll and how to do it.
The motion that you see a lot of the Detroit guys, some of the Philly fighters, and they have that positioning of the shoulder. That shoulder is, in a sense, this guard on defense. Where their positioning is here, their hands are a little bit tight inside, so at least that jab could sort of come back off of that. But the positioning off of that shoulder, if that jab is coming, that shoulder's there on defense. He's gonna roll back. He could sometimes come back on this side of shots, and he's gonna look off the jab to come back with positioning, to roll back to bring off that right hand. It's just that positioning of keeping that shoulder real high and tight, that you're getting that leverage. You see sometimes Floyd, like I'm looking at this camera right here, it's just a peak right over that eye. These shots won't really bother you as much if it even comes off.
How does he set up his offense off of it? When we see Floyd, we see so many lead right hands, those pullback right hand counters. How does he set that up? And particularly, how is he going to set it up against a southpaw in Pacquiao?
With Pacquiao, and you've seen Floyd with previous southpaws, Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero, you try to layer in the left-handed guys. Floyd now, why his right hand comes off so well when he gets off the shoulder roll with southpaws, because he looks like he commits his body into the left hand positioning of the southpaw, why he gets those shots more clean with the southpaw in comparisons to a regular right-handed guy. When he's when he fought against Zab Judah, it took him a minute to try to read Zab, because when you saw the beginning of the fight, Floyd was a little bit more on the outside. His foot was more on the outside, and that is a real key where you want to be with the southpaw. With Manny, because sometimes he overcommits himself with punches, he overcommits himself in positions. Floyd knows Manny makes those fine-tuned mistakes that could be very costly in the fight, where Floyd will just make him that read, gets through with that right hand. Sometimes he rolls off of that shot, makes him miss off of here, and comes back with that left hook right off of that shot, where he gets that position where he will shock Manny, and then the right hand becomes so automatic where he feels comfortable staying in the pocket with the southpaw, and he'll be here to try to run some numbers. And I think if Floyd could get off being smooth and feeling comfortable in that positioning, it could be, I won't say a short night, but a difficult night for Manny.
Now, the last thing that we always see out of Floyd Mayweather, the other offensive key, I think, for him, you don't think about Floyd as a guy who wastes a whole lot of punches, but occasionally he'll throw that throwaway left hook so that he can open up the right hand. Show us how you would set that up if you were a fighter.
With Floyd, because, this is very complimentary that I'm actually trying to do this to even mimic Floyd's style, because there's not a lot of people that can even try. I don't ever teach this in the gym. It's just a rule of thumb. It's something where it comes with, if I can see you have the instincts to do it, we'll break it down and start working on it. But it's not a thing that say, okay, listen, let's drop our hands and start trying to roll with shots. You have to start comprehending defense where it works so fine. When Floyd's coming in with that shoulder being tight, he'll read what the southpaw's doing, which is going to be Manny Pacquiao. So Manny might say, and Manny doesn't throw a lot of right jabs.
Right.
So when he tries to set the tone, if Manny starts charging, give me 2 steps. Floyd will take that distance where he's just leaning back a little bit to throw this fadeaway left hook, to come back over with that right hand again, and then get back into position to doing what he wants to do again. Right. That's the one thing that Floyd does. He'll get in that position where he's looking like he's sitting back on this back leg a little bit, or he'll pull himself so high that he's here with the shot, that he'll come back with that left hook, so he'll get back into that one right-hand bomb that he likes to get off. And it's very seldom that you see a lot of fighters, Corey, and you know this, you've been around boxing for a long time, brother, that a fighter will hit a guy with one right hand and slow the tempo of the fight. Floyd is the master at doing that, with one shot at a time. There's not a lot of fighters. Manny's a real amazing athlete on the accumulation of shots that he fires in the process of a fight. Floyd doesn't throw a lot of punches, but when he lets them go, he makes them count.